John McEnroe has raised concerns over Rafael Nadal's future after the Spaniard faced a fresh injury setback just days into his comeback. John McEnroe has raised concerns that Rafael Nadal won't play after the French Open if his body doesn't respond. The Spaniard made his long-awaited return to competition in Brisbane last week after spending 12 months on the sidelines. But he immediately picked up a new injury that forced him out of the Australian Open. Nadal's 2023 season was derailed when he injured his left PSOs during his second-round loss at the Australian Open. The 22-time major winner had hip surgery in June before making a winning return at last week's Brisbane International. It was a promising start for the 37-year-old, who won his first 2 matches for the loss of just 9 games. But he blew match points against Jordan Thompson in the quarterfinal and received a medical timeout for his hip before crashing out, raising concerns that he re-aggravated the left PSO's injury. Nadal later withdrew from the Australian Open, though he shared the good news that the injury was a micro-muscle tear in a different place. While the Spaniard seems optimistic, McEnroe has shared fears that the former world number 1 will retire before Wimbledon if his body doesn't hold up over the clay season. "I'm not even remotely comparing myself to Rafa. But in my mind the few times I played Australia was to sort of get ready for the rest of the year," the 7-time Grand Slam champion told ESPN. The timing was tough to seemingly to be able to put all the chips on the table early on. Players have now accepted that the Australian Open has gotten closer in importance with Wimbledon and the US. "When I was playing, the top guys didn't even play. It's come a long way." While Nadal also appeared to be using the Australian summer to get some matches in before bidding to be competitive on the clay. McEnroe wasn't sure his body would cooperate. He continued, "I think Rafa was hopefully I'll be ready for the French, see if my body holds up there. If it doesn't, I think you'll see him not play anymore. We're all obviously hopeful he can because Rafa has been amazing for the game. We'd like to see him as long as we can." Nadal is yet to announce a return date after pulling out of the Australian Open, though he is slated to play an exhibition match on March 3.